Any questions are welcome.
That's it. Well, can you expand a bit on how you did that and everything, how it happened? You know?
Well, 75% of, well, up to 80% of global warming effects are caused by the developed countries, including Canada, and most of the effects are felt by the developing world, including Uganda. So it's obvious what needs to happen. It's obvious what has happened. How it's happened, there's been a long history, maybe a couple of hundred years involved, a few hundred years involved, but what needs to happen is extremely clear, and it had better happen in the next few days here in Copenhagen.
Why picking up on Canada? You had a choice of 192 countries. Why Canada?
Canada is basically among among some of the countries that are playing back with the negotiations. Other countries are like USA, Australia, but nothing particular about Canada. Not that there is anything so interesting about Canada, but the fact that Canada is among the countries that are back playing in the negotiations. So we thought that was the best way to get to Canada, and this applies to the US, to Australia, and the other developed countries that are not paying up to what they're supposed to do.
It also helps to know that we were working with Canadian activists, and so they were very interested in criticizing their country, because the majority of Canadians actually want to see progress. They want to see an agreement come out of Copenhagen, and Canada has been blocking. So that was a reason for targeting Canada.
Which activists were talking about? Which group were involved in the prank?
There was no particular group involved. It was all individuals, and they've decided to remain anonymous, probably because the Canadian government has been so aggressive at pursuing activists.
Was Stephen Guilbeault part of it?
No.
No.
Absolutely
no.
not. No. We confirm his account. Had nothing to do with it. And we too would like to see apologies from the Canadian government to Mr. Guilbeault and everybody else in the entire world for what they're doing. We used to look up to Canada in the U.S., both geographically and metaphorically. Canadian healthcare system, of course, famous as a model. We always thought Canada was the nicest country in North America, and ever since the tar sands completely ruined that, it's very disappointing. Canada's carbon footprint is at least as high as those of that of Americans per capita, of U.S. residents per capita, and it's really time for Canada to reassume a leadership role.
Excuse my absence of my ignorance. I don't know the yes man. Like, are you all yes man, or is it two person? I went on the website. I saw two faces. Is it two people? Who are the yes men? Or is it said?
The yes men are a large group,
okay,
and different people come together for different actions. Typically, it's been me and Andy, but in this case, we collaborated with a large group of Canadians and a group of Danes, and then a group from different countries in Africa who were part of the Climate Debt Agents of Action Aid.
Yeah, we asked you to do it, and you said, yeah, sure, go, let's go.
Yeah, we were coming here and we were looking for the appropriate target, and it turned out there were Canadians who really wanted to do something, and of course, it made sense that if we were going to do something, that we focus some attention on the effects of what Canada is doing. And what it is doing is taking people in Kadili's country and making it impossible for them to live right now, because they need things like water where there's drought. And the increased effects of climate change there are having a direct effect right now.
Was the prank easy to do, like to mimic the page of Environment Canada and all that? Was that something difficult or easy? I know you're professionals in that business.
Easy. We got some good help on that.
Meaning?
Some people helped us.
Like inside the government?
Next question.
Why did you choose Canada instead of Saudi Arabia?
Because Canada has the tar sands, which are the single most polluting, destructive oil extraction operation on Earth by far. And a lot of Canadians actually don't know about the tar sands. We've met here in Copenhagen, believe it or not, several informed, educated Canadians who don't know about the tar sands. And that's a big gap in knowledge there. It's the most polluting thing on Earth right now, single place on Earth, and it's high time to draw some attention to it. It's actually ruining Canada's reputation overall, the entire country, that one thing. And that's a good reason to pick on Canada.